British Stan, we do have some breaking news for you this morning, and it's with regard to Tommy Robinson. Yes, a game-changing announcement has emerged in the British political space, and to be fair, could change the tide entirely. It's absolutely massive. Guys, as always, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get into this news with regard to Tommy Robinson. Of course, Tommy has been, in the mainstream media over the last couple of days with regard to the St. Pancras assault, still waiting, or assault, the St. Pancras attack, whatever you want to call it, of course being scapegoated by the mainstream media, and still there has been no CCTV footage emerge with regard to it. However, in the political space, he has made a huge announcement, and that is that he is joining Advance UK. We're going to be watching and reacting to his video announcing this momentarily, but I just want to bring up the post where he announced it literally moments ago. He said, "Our future together. I am joining Advance UK. I am sick and tired of being politically homeless. I'm sick of the establishment lies of Nigel Farage. I'm putting all my faith in Ben Habib and his new political party, Advance UK. Join us here." He has publicly endorsed Advance UK as the new political party that he is backing and is getting behind. He also made an announcement video, which we're going to watch now. Have a watch of this. Oh, I suppose technical difficulties here. What's going on here? There we go.
What political option do we have in the UK? That's the question, yeah? And most people would say reform. Unfortunately, I don't see Nigel Farage as an option. I see Nigel Farage's speeches about preparing ourselves for the 2050 demographical change of Islamic community in this country, and that we have to make peace with Islam. Okay? We don't. We need to stop that. That's my opinion. So as I look at what political options there were, because I'm politically homeless. There's no political party that I support. So as I'm looking, I then saw Ben Habib. I like Ben Habib. I've watched him for many years. I believe he's loyal and principled, and he's continually stood up for democracy and free speech. He stood up for me at times, but then when I sat and looked and I saw Howard Cox, many people stood up for me in Reform. They didn't know me, they didn't personally know me, but they stood up for free speech and stood up for some of the work I've done highlighting Islamic extremist rape gangs, yeah? And they lost their position. They were kicked out of Reform. Howard Cox was kicked out. Many people were kicked out. If you speak against Islam, you're kicked out of Reform. If you speak against transgenderism, you were kicked out of Reform. How can you have a political party that we believe is going to solve our problems that doesn't even believe in free speech? You can't. And do you know what Nigel Farage currently does? He laughs. Do you know why he laughs? Because if you don't like Labour and you don't like Conservatives, who are you going to vote for? If you're fed up and want to stop the boats and stop all these things, who are you going to vote for? There's no other option but him. So he doesn't care. He's even sitting there, he laughed about Rupert Lowe. He laughed about Ben Habib. You're irrelevant, all of you, because he knows there's no other party. Yeah? So I know some people will be upset with this, some Reform supporters, Reform members. Unfortunately, Nigel needs a shock, and he needs to realise that there is another political option other than Reform. And I see that as Ben Habib. I see that as Advance UK. I'm today joining Advance as a member. I've told many people I don't want to be in politics. I don't want to be a politician. I want to run a cultural movement. I want to do my journalism. That's what I've always wanted to do. But I want there to be a political option for the movement. And I hope that would have been Nigel. You saw the appeals I made to Reform. Please stop lying about us. Please stop. Just stop. Be the political party for the country. Be the political party that will stop immigration, that will do mass deportations. But time and time again, Nigel's told us he's not going to do mass deportations. He doesn't care about the demographical change to our country. All the things you think he represents, he no longer does. He's bringing in the left. He's going to be more left-wing than Conservatives. Well, that's not what this country needs. Every other country in Europe has a populist leader who's speaking for the people. We don't, unfortunately. So I am joining Advance UK. I'd advise you to join Advance UK. Hopefully, if their membership soars, I think our movement of free speech and our movement needs a political home. And I'm sorry, it's not Nigel Farage, it's not Reform. And that is why I'm showing loyalty to Howard Cox, loyalty to all the councillors that resigned from Reform UK because of the lies Nigel told. He told lies about me. How can the man who's going to govern our country, he stood on TV and said, I have convictions for violence against women. He's never apologised for it. He just made it up. He has parroted and attacked with the establishment lies time and time again. I'm upset by it, but I do see Ben Habib and Advance UK as the only political option for me. And I'm advising you, I'd join them if I was you as well. Let's give our movement a political home. Have a good day.
Well, there you go then, ladies and gentlemen. Tommy Robinson has publicly endorsed Advance UK, which is absolutely massive. Now, don't get this wrong. I think I'm seeing a lot of comments in the live chat saying Tommy's not fit to be a politician or something like this, and stating that he should stick to journalism. He's not. He's not joining as a politician. He's not joining as an MP. He's just publicly endorsing them. He's become a member. Look, Tommy spoke last summer a lot about reform, of course, being the way, and a lot of what reform built was off of Tommy Robinson in terms of publicly endorsing them. However, a big stab in the back from Nigel Farage and co. And I've been saying it since January. I've been saying it since January that I am neutral. I have no political party that I'm currently backing, and I've still been in exile, I suppose, for the last 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. We're in August now. Freaking hell, the year goes quick. And I've just been watching from the sidelines to see what happens. You know, I've not put my flag into the ground of anything. However, I did like the look of what Advance UK was doing. And again, I'm probably going to give the new party also a backing as well. But Tommy doing this is absolutely massive. It's very, very powerful for the movement, and it's very, very powerful for Advance UK. You're now talking about a real hard right populist party that will make the right difference. And having Tommy's endorsement is huge for Advance UK. It really is, because people have been talking about UKIP and all these kind of things. I was never really sure too much about UKIP. I like what Nick does and all these kind of things. But in terms of being a real political party that can compete with the rest, I was looking at potentially Advance could be that next thing. Now with this endorsement from Tommy, potentially, maybe in the future, who knows, in terms of MPs, getting Rupert Lowe involved, maybe a Robert Genrich or something like this getting involved, then it can grow arms and legs. Because I've not been happy, really, with what reform have been all about. Yes, they do stand up for certain principles, but there's some things that just leave a bad taste in my mouth. So, yeah, I like the look of it. I like the look of what Advance is all about, but I would love to see what's happening now with Tommy's endorsement. This is absolutely huge with regard to the movement, because we know his following, we know his influence, especially in this space, and how many people he could probably send to Advance UK, and we'll watch and see what happens. But certainly a very, very big, game-changing announcement here for Advance UK, having Tommy Robinson endorse, and a political party that actually wants to align with Tommy Robinson, not as a politician. That's what you've also got to understand. It's not as a politician, but again, you know, not alienating him, like Reform were doing, not sort of smashing his work into the ground, but a political party that's there and very supportive, which I do think would be big for Advance UK. I just want to get a bit of reaction from the live chat, ladies and gentlemen. Do let me know your thoughts in the chat. Let's go through it and see what people are saying. Someone said Ajax or Rangers. Guys, I'm a Rangers man, but the Ajax shirt is I've always been fond of Ajax, and it was a jersey swap. A while back, you know. I'm a big football fan. I like football from everywhere, Premier League, everything. But I like you know, swapping jerseys. I've got a Boca Juniors one as well. Hi all, what have I missed? Well, Tommy Robinson has publicly endorsed Advance UK and has become a member, which is absolutely massive for Advance UK. Can we? Sorry. 2 seconds. Let me just get rid of this guy here because he keeps spamming the chat. Sorry, mate, you got to go, but you're doing my nutting, and I can't read anything. There you go. See you later. Thank you. Yeah. There we go. Sorry. Yes, so let's go through some more of the chat here and see what's happening and see what people are saying with regard to it. But certainly, where do you align? Where are you politically? Who do you back currently out of the political options here? Is there a lot of Reform members, a lot of Reform supporters here in the live chat? Do let me know down there in the comments. Demented. Oh, what is going on, man? See, this is what happens when I have to time people out. Oh, for fuck's sake. Sorry, excuse my French. 2 secs. I've got to sort the chat out now. There we go. Put the code back in. But that was a good point. Basically, one of the users said here in the comments, and I'll try and get it back up now so I've sorted it out quickly. Yeah. So Demented Darling says, unfortunately, this will create a split in the vote. I mean, it will in a way, I suppose. But you've got to look at it. Reform are currently going after the left wing. They're currently trying to sort of convert Conservatives and Labour members, which is scary. It's not what you signed up for last summer. I don't think anyway. I don't think what they're all about is what we all want. Really, I don't think so. I don't think Labour will be voted back into power anyway, regardless. By 2029, they're nuking themselves. So they're already there. It looks like Reform are a one-horse race. I genuinely do believe that. But maybe over the next 4 years, Advance UK could create something that can compete, and it could be out between the two right parties. Wait, what says, don't split yourselves now. The establishment will be so ecstatic at your foolishness. Smokey says, too many U-turns from Reform. This is the thing, you know, guys, we're 4 years away. Regardless of what you've got, it's 4 years of a Labour government. Shit bust. So there is going to be no change over the next year, 2 years with regard to a political party. There's so much time to go until the general election. It's about preparing. So let's see what happens. People are talking about splitting the vote now. It could, it may, but let's see. There are no right parties. Tom Clark says Advance. See, this is what I'm saying. So a lot of people here are going to, of course, be conflicting of interest. I know there's a lot of supporters of Reform here on this channel, and that's absolutely okay. And there's loads and loads of Nigel Farage supporters as well. There is a lot of Nigel Farage supporters here on this channel. Look, we've seen Tom Clark here coming with his Reform stuff. And I have nothing against it. I do think Reform are probably the best option right this second. But there's just a few things that kind of leave a bit of taste in my mouth. Just with regard to the U-turns with Reform. Oliver says that the way that Reform treated Rupert tells you everything about Reform. This is what I mean. It just left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, and I'm not really recovered since it. I'm being honest with you. I'm not trying to be thinking. I've felt, Tommy was saying in the video, I have felt politically homeless for a while. Even I was probably more taking a liking at one point. I probably wouldn't say it too loud, but I like Robert Genrich, but I would never support a Tory party. But I liked what he was all about. I kind of liked what he was saying rather than what Nigel was saying. But of course, the colours that he wears and the parties a part of, it's just you couldn't get behind a Tory party knowing what they're like. But what I'm saying is what Robert Genrich was about. I was like, you know, I prefer him to Nigel Farage, funnily enough. Old school, Farage to me, Nigel just wants to be top boy. Lone Gunwoman says, Farage to me is not too honest. Wait, what says, this is exactly why Britain is laughed at around the world. King Charles is well deserved. Apparently you have a lot of growing up to do. Yeah, probably. I'm still fairly young in the big scheme of things. I would hope so. Terrence says, Farage is conning everyone for his own pocket. Merkmate says, whoever you vote for, England, make sure they stop the electronic safety bill. I'm a disabled voter. I was disgusted by the way Richard Tyson's Yusuf have recently treated us. They harassed the disabled voters and lost any respect I had. That was breaking point for me. Sorry to hear that, mate. Sorry to hear that. Paula says, this is amazing news. Colin says, I've been undecided up until now. I joined Restore Britain. I like Ben. Been a bit undecided on Nigel lately, so probably will go for Advance. Bearing in mind, Ben is a Tory. I want to see what happens with this. I want to see the members. I don't even know where they are with the members right now. Let me see if I can get it up quickly on terms of their numbers. I don't know if they've got like a toll count or a ticker like Reform had, but it'll be interesting to see after the Tommy Robinson shout out what they end up getting. Do you know what, mate? Do you know what? Shall I come clean? Do you want me to come clean? I'm going to come clean, guys. I'm going to come clean. Do you know, I've never been a member for a political party, but I might just join. I might join straight after this live stream. I've never been a member. Never been a member of anybody. It would be a first for me. Restore Britain isn't a party. Yeah, guys, remember, Restore Britain isn't a political party. The thing with Rupert Lowe is not a political party, so don't get mixed up with that, you know. So yeah, you can still vote for either Reform or Advance and still be a member of this Restore thing. I'm seeing a lot of people here, to be fair. I'm seeing a lot of people say that they want to, they're going to potentially join Advance, which is big. I mean, I know this doesn't speak for the whole of the world and the whole of the right side of politics, obviously, but, you know, that Tommy Robinson impact will have a huge, huge thing. You know what? I might sign up. Fuck it. Shall I sign up right now and see what the benefits are? Go on then. Go on then, guys. I ain't done it before. I'll sign up live right now. Let's see what happens. Here we go. I'll sign up as a party member. This is the first moment for me. I've never ever signed up to a political party. What do you get out of it? You just donate money and that's it. Yeah, send me email updates. Go on then. Donate now. Save. Paid annually. And I am a member of Advance UK. In fact, no, I don't. I need to verify. I need to verify my payment. There you go. Let's do it. There we go. I'll see what this means. Here you go. 636. Don't worry, that's not my bank number. It was my one-time verification code. But there we go. Skip. So apparently this is what I get. There you go. I'm a member now of Advance UK. My first ever time. Thank you for contributing. Now share yours with Increase Your Impact. I'm going to copy my link. Why not? I'll stick it into the live chat. Sign up through my link. I don't think it's affiliate marketing or anything like that, but I suppose sign up through there. See if there's anything that happens. Oh shit. Hold on. I'm a member. This is quite a monumental occasion for me. I've never been a member before. Never been a member of a party. Good times. That's it. What else do I get here? No thanks. So, yeah, I'm now a member. I've got an account. What happens? What do you get in here? Spread the word, survey, volunteer. Apparently you can volunteer. You don't get that much as being a member, I suppose, but the mission, the structure. There you go. I've lost my political party membership. Political party membership virginity, I suppose, live on stream. There you go, guys. I'm an Advance UK member. Officially. There you go. Let's have a little look. If Farage had dropped Yusuf after Lowe and Punchin, they would not be hemorrhaging votes right now. Tommy has influence and is honest. True. Rob says, I'm 62 and Advance is the first party I've joined. So well done to you. There we go, boys. And girls. Uppy Hunter, what's the problem with the Ajax shirt, man? It's just a t-shirt, dude. I'm not Dutch. In fact, I don't think I've ever been to the Netherlands before. I've drove through. I'm not, I like football. Let me wear an Ajax shirt. It's okay. Don't worry. I don't wear it every single day. Chill. Football. It's only football, mate. It's only football. Ajax. I've watched a couple of games on TV. But yeah. Anyway, guys, that's enough for this live stream. But do let me know your thoughts with regard to Tommy Robinson joining Advance UK. Do let me know your thoughts on what this could mean for reform. And do let me know your thoughts on whether you're also going to be joining Advance or if you're going to be sticking to reform. Or there could be some Tory voters or Labour voters. Do let me know who you are currently a member of and who you're currently backing if a general election was held today. Let me know in the comments, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Plenty of content coming up for the rest of the day.